Por lo pronto se queda Laporte en el campo. Y entra un segundo ala cerrada al terreno de juego. Vean nada más el hueco para Montgomery. Y después de un par de acarreos cerca de medio campo, Detroit tiene su... Lo tuvieron entre algodones y está hoy como titular, el ancla de esta línea ofensiva. El engaño de Goff, que sale en movimiento y Laporta tiene espacio. A Goff esto de salir en movimiento le viene muy bien. Brisker en movimiento. Van con la velocidad del receptor que encontró el hueco. Cruza la 30. Se escapa. Williams adentro de la 10. Touchdown Detroit. Vive la emoción de los partidos y cambia los nervios por disfrute con el delicioso sabor del Touchdown Bucket de KFC.
If you like the video, support us by subscribing. The 13-2 Detroit Lions are preparing for an NFC Championship rematch on Monday night, as they are in Santa Clara, California, to take on the San Francisco 49ers. However, with what occurred in the NFC North on Sunday, the Lions' plans for Monday night may have been altered. On Sunday afternoon, the now 14-2 Minnesota Vikings defeated the Green Bay Packers, 27-25. It sets the stage for what will be the game of the week in the regular season finale, when the Lions host Sam Darnold and company. That Week 18 game will not only be for the NFC North crown, but also for the No. 1 seed in the NFC, which comes with that invaluable first-round bye. Since Minnesota defeated Green Bay, it actually makes Detroit's Week 17 matchup versus San Francisco somewhat meaningless from a postseason perspective. It would appear that whether the Lions win or lose Monday night versus the 49ers doesn't affect the importance of Week 18 versus the Vikings. The winner in Week 18 will be the number 1 seed. The loser will be the number 5 seed. There has never been a 14-win team in the wild card round in NFL history. But what if the Week 18 game ended in a tie? In that case, the Lions would win the division if they also beat the 49ers but would fall short if they lost to San Fran. So, should the Lions rest their starters against the 49ers, 6-9, on Monday night to prepare for an incredibly important matchup on a short week? After all, despite Detroit's success in 2024, the Lions are the most injured team in the NFL. They currently have a whopping 19 players on injured reserve, not including running back David Montgomery. If you like the video, support us by subscribing. With a knee injury, you could create an all-injury defensive team from the players hurt on the Lions, highlighted by defensive lineman Aiden Hutchinson, Alam McNeil and Marcus Davenport, linebackers Alex Anzalone and Malcolm Rodriguez, and cornerbacks Carlton Davis III and Ennis Rakestraw Jr. It's certainly something to ponder, but odds are the Lions won't adjust their game plan by sitting important players Monday night. Head coach Dan Campbell is without a doubt one of the most aggressive head coaches in the NFL, so it's hard to imagine him resting starters in the second-to-last week of the regular season. Campbell could have rested his starters in the regular season finale last year against the Vikings, but decided not to. It would be surprising if he changed course Monday. Allen Park, Michigan. Even during the greatest start in franchise history at 13-2, Detroit Lions coach Dan Campbell remains haunted by January's NFC Championship game in San Francisco. For Campbell, it still stings, as the Lions blew a 17-point halftime lead. As Detroit prepares for a rematch against the 49ers on Monday night, Campbell likened it to his Super Bowl experience as a player with the New York Giants during the 2000 season. It's something he'll never forget. Just like my second year in the league, we go to the Super Bowl and get smashed by Baltimore. I won't ever forget that either. So those stick with you, Campbell said Saturday. We just didn't do enough. You learn from every experience. Unfortunately, that's the best way to learn, is from the losses. It really is. Just like my second year in the league, we go to the Super Bowl and get smashed by Baltimore. I won't ever forget that either. So those stick with you, Campbell said Saturday. We just didn't do enough. You learn from every experience. Unfortunately, that's the best way to learn, is from the losses. It really is. With a victory Monday along with a Minnesota Vikings loss to the Green Bay Packers on Sunday, Detroit has a rare opportunity to clinch the NFC North title and the NFC's #1 seed. The Lions are one of 5 teams since seeding began in 1975 that have never been a #1 seed, along with the Cardinals, Texans, Buccaneers and Jets. Lions quarterback Jared Goff said he is aware of what's at stake with a win but is locked in on the task of beating San Francisco. "We know the scenario, but we certainly don't want to overlook anything or try to hope something happens," Goff said Thursday. "Whatever happens, happens, so we'll see." During the 34-31 loss to San Francisco in January, Campbell faced scrutiny for 2 critical failed attempts on 4th down in the second half instead of kicking field goals. Players such as All-Pro offensive tackle Penei Sewell defended his coach amid the criticism, telling ESPN in February that he's got Campbell's back until the end. "If he tells me to jump off a cliff with him, I'm right next to him," Sewell said of Campbell. "I'm so serious. So whatever he says, whatever he calls, we've just got to execute. So that's on us really. That's my guy." Campbell said he has no issue with compartmentalizing last year's loss with facing this year's 49ers squad, which is 6-9. "You don't want to go through that feeling again, and that means you have to prepare a certain way, you have to play a certain way, everything that you talk about, for that opponent, for that week, and it's as simple as that," Campbell. Thank you, subscribe for daily updates.